Hey y'all, it is your favorite nerdy girl here, Nerdy Girl Reviews. Hello, welcome back. I know I've been away, my reviews have been delayed, but we are back with another recap for the it depends on how you feel on it, good or bad, and just like that, currently streaming on Max. If you'd like to see and hear the full commentary, keep me locked here on YouTube. If you're watching this on Instagram, click the link in bio. If you're watching this on IG Stories, click on the link. It'll link you back to my YouTube channel. I'm also available on TikTok under Nerdy Girl Reviews. And I also want to make mention that if you would like to support and donate to my channel, I have a GoFundMe fundraiser. The link is in the description box down below. And if you like this review, if you don't like this review, if you just want to contribute or share the link, all information is provided in the description box below. So if you like this and you'd like it to tip me, that would help, and donate to the channel. All right, y'all, let's get into the whole scary, we're in the brouhaha season, right? We just started fall. We're in the fall equinox, and we're feeling very fall-like. And again, if you're looking for ideas for Halloween and you want to look like Miss Carrie Bradshaw, rainbow, y'all. Rainbow, you are not breaking the bank, and you can still look fabulous and look very expensive. You just have to know how to pick your items. And a lot of my props that you see back here, Dollar Tree and Target Bullseye. You don't have to break the bank to just decor for some decoration and look festive. Nothing crazy. All right, y'all. Let's jump into this review, and we will be right back. All right, y'all. You know how I am about my props. Can I give Rainbow honestly some props for this lovely hat? It's just something about a nice hat that just like screams, fashion. And I thought of Miss Carrie Bradshaw, especially with this hat and these beautiful long feather and long string. And look at the detail on these earrings. I mean, they're gorgeous and nothing crazy. They were like $3.99. Okay, pair with a nice dress, body conscious dress. You are Miss Carrie Bradshaw for Halloween night, y'all. All right. My props. We all remember Mr. Ghost from Dollar Tree, and I'm sorry if you are sensitive to light. Just because I only bring them out for this time of season, and if I am to review, say, Scream, I thought he was just like the perfect companion. This is from Target's Bullseye, if you did see it in the background, or I'll showcase it again, but isn't this adorable? It says Finest Bat Cave Aged with this nice little bat. And it changes color and everything. Really cute. I love these props. I love them. And dun, 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 you can see my cauldron, my bubbly cauldron. How cute. Lights are from Target. But nothing too crazy. This was from last year's Target. My candelabra, very creepy with a skeleton hand. They did not bring these back this year. My stand, my skeleton. I think you can see it. My skeleton stand. Wait, my bat's in the way. Hold on. My skeleton stand, and I believe Bergen Bethany, like I said, gave me the inspiration for that. So you have that. Even down to the snack bowl. I think it was another YouTuber, but look, my little makeshift. It was a pumpkin that I painted and made it look like a cauldron. And then I have like these little mini Reese's Pieces, again, from the Dollar Tree. Look how pretty. You can set this out for a Halloween party, and this is a big deal for me. I had made my own magic ball, but this cutie, I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. $5 from Target Bullseye, and the lights are from Dollar Tree. And tell me that this in the dark in a nice Halloween party, isn't this gorge? I love it. I love it. I love my props. And even though, and just like that, just has a Halloween special. So that's what kind of gave me the idea. Because even though we already finished out with season 2, but we're in the Halloween season, so and I'm dressed like Carrie Bradshaw. Hello. And my last prop for now is this lovely pumpkin pillow. How adorable is this? You could just like break open any old tattered pillow you want to throw out, and these are actually seat covers from the Dollar Tree if you are having like a dinner party or something to the effect for Halloween. You want to be more sophisticated, and you just fill him up. I hot glued the end, and you have a nice little throw pillow, obviously for decorative purposes. This is not meant to actually lay because it can bust, but isn't that pretty? It made me think of Halloween. That's why I did the whole Halloween intro. All right, y'all. Now let's get into this review. I'm not really gonna, be so different. Hold on a second. Lastly, yes, before I really get into the review, if you'd like to tip me, if you like these ideas, if you like anything mentioned on this video, again, please click the GoFundMe page link in the description box because it will really help me out and help my channel as well. So you can read all the description on the page. But yes, I just want to say I'm not going to stray away from what everybody has already said. This season was lukewarm. It was like a smidge better from season one. This second season, I think they toned it down with like not necessarily like force feeding the social climate as much as season one did. But still, relevant. Again, we are to be introduced to these new characters that mimic more of the makeup that is New York City, that is multi-ethnic, um, just like it's a poo-poo platter, a variety of people of what you actually see in the city of New York, and I applaud them for that. Um, but some relationships felt very contrived. I know that the emphasis this season, at least for the first portion of the second season, was for us to not be bothered by Jay's character. And it's not that people are bothered because of them being non-binary and being part of the LGBTQIA plus community, but it's just the way they even wrote her. They wrote them. See, we learn how they wrote that character. Aside from them being that or identifying as that, they were pretty heartless at certain points. I know that they were very adventurous. There were moments where Miranda is still in the honeymoon phase and very lost in Che's career and this puppy love that she's developed for them. But at the same time, they were kind of very I don't know, not egotistical, narcissistic, and very self-involved, and not taking into consideration that Miranda has uprooted her life, has severed her relationship perhaps with her ex husband and even possible child, and the fact that her child goes through some kind of emotional turmoil because he goes through his first hurtful heartbreak. Che's character was not sympathetic, was kind of like me, and I come first and whatever, and didn't have any room for growth or to actually be there for Miranda like Miranda was being for Che, like very cheerleader, we got this. And I get it, a lot of financial burden fell on her when her pilot didn't do well. I think there was an episode where there was a focus group that kind of mimic real life, right? Because a lot of critics slammed that particular character. The actress that plays Che, Sara Ramirez. A lot of people kind of came for her for season one. In fact, people didn't want to see her come back. So they did something similar to Che's character when they're just shooting a pilot of her comedy show that really went nowhere, and people just tore her apart, even a person that was non-binary identifying, and that tore her apart. She couldn't recuperate for some reason. She, even though Miranda was a great support to her, kind of dumped her. And then the property that they tried to rent out as an Airbnb so they can, financially stay afloat. Moves back to New York, goes back to their original job, which happens sadly to a lot of actors. And I'm sure during this strike, a lot of people have to find other means of income because right now people are still on strike. That's why a lot of our beloved shows aren't coming back till like 2024 and plus. So they go back working in a veterinarian office as a receptionist. We also see our beloved Aiden come back, which was a nice, I don't know, it's just nice, nostalgic. I get it. Everybody kind of wanted that. We want the feels of what we had in Sex in the City. And that now Aiden, played by John Corbett, is now divorced but has 3 children. Carrie opted, obviously, with Big to not have children. So that's not something that now necessarily is a part of her life, but she tries. She genuinely tries. She's grown since Sex in the City, where she was just kind of, I'm a city girl, I'm not into this country thing, where now she's a little more open to the idea of visiting him in Virginia, where I think he's has a residential farm, and is co-parenting with his ex-wife. She's moved on. She has a boyfriend, his ex-wife, and so he's still, holding a torch for her. And they meet on Valentine's Day. Very kind of clunky way, but they have the feels and they're still very much in tune with each other and now on the same page. And she realizes that those feelings were always there for him, and perhaps she wasn't allowed to let herself go because of her loyalty to Big. And even before, side note, even before we're introduced again to Aiden, there was a brief stint where it seemed like Carrie was ready to dip her toe back into the dating pool, and she literally slams into, not her, she was just in the bike lane, and the character, I forget his name, but very handsome man, slams into her with his bike, and they strike up this quirky conversation. At first, he's very hostile because he was like, "Who stands in a bike lane?" or whatever. My point is that he was very attractive. I was like, if I were to go 50 plus, hello. His real name is Peter Herman, and he's married to forget. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, Mariska Hargitay from Law and Order. Of course, he'd be married, but they have a very sexy. There's a couple of sexy scenes, nothing too raunchy, but it was like, it did feel very reminiscent of Sex in the City. But he had a business partner that was just kind of like always in the middle of them trying to have a romantic moment, and he was just always kind of there butting in. I can't remember the actor's name. I know he's Latino. He was in Garden State. I remember you. But yeah, it was a very nice throwback to, you know, those actors that, I feel like they're character actors, but you don't ever like remember their name. But anyway, then we segue to her situation, her current situation. Unfortunately, it seems like they're really doing well. Even she's happy to let the girls know that there's a possibility of them rekindling their relationship. And we also see the coupling of Nicole Ari Parker. I forget the name she plays, the character she plays, but her relationship with her husband, who always seemed peachy keen. But that, yeah, ever so often, even peachy keen can also have some cracks. And even though she ends up being pregnant, it wasn't a pregnancy that she was expecting at this age. And as her career is literally about to like burst and bloom as a documentarian, now she's pregnant. But I think she was just so upset that she put so much stress on her body, and also because of a particular age, um, she loses the baby, and then she soon regrets feeling feeling any kind of hesitation having the baby. But again, I commend them for showing that is a part of womanhood, that these are scenarios that happen, and as you age that happens. Also, I love the fact that they're not afraid of showcasing her with her wigs. I love that. There's like this winter storm episode where they're like, for some reason, they need to go into this Arctic blast, and she's doing a Q&A for one of her documentaries. Carrie also had to do like a book read for her latest book dedicated to Big and his passing. I loved what Carrie was wearing. It was like a quilt coat, and I feel like that was influenced by RuPaul's Drag Race. If you know what episode I'm talking about and what season, you know what I'm talking about. So that became fruition just tells you the power of influence. And her character, Nicole's character, when she has this beautiful hat. I think that isn't what inspired me to buy it, but she takes off this hat and it's like, really tight hat that only like has her face cut out, takes all that off, and you can see her natural hair underneath, and then she puts on it. She has this beautiful box where she keeps her wig and then plops it on. It's just like perfect. And I just love that little comment that she says to this lady in the restroom. She's like, we're not going to let a little snow stop us. And I love that because it just tells you also the spirit of a New Yorker, where not even a snowstorm can stop us, especially when we're reaching that brass ring. So there's a lot of triumphs, there's a lot of sad moments. In Anthony also, we see a closure of him and his former relationship with Stan. And I feel like also because maybe they're hearing what a lot of reviewers have been saying and how they felt that because he suddenly passed and during the filming of season one, that they could have done a better job with his exit. So I think they give him a proper send off where he just decides that he wants to be a monk. And Anthony stays with his New York apartment. Hey, consider yourself lucky because the way prices are in New York. And he finds love with a younger man who happens to fill in for his like former buff guys that he has for his bread company. It's a lot of fun, but there were a couple of clunky moments. I didn't. I mean, I appreciate Charlotte being very sex positive when it came to her children, but that scene where her eldest wanted just bursts out and lets her mom know that she's going to lose her virginity and she needs condoms, and then Charlotte goes into that Arctic blast getting her condoms. I don't know. It was too far fetched. It was just too open, and I don't know. And her kids always come off as a bit spoiled. So I don't know. And this is the last thing I will say. The climax was that we wanted to see Samantha come back, and it kind of fell short. It really felt forced. We're glad to see Kim Cattrall come back and reprise her role, but it wasn't enough, and it felt like there were two different sound stages. So I don't know. I feel like whatever she is asking in terms of price, give it to her, because we need that shot of adrenaline and funny. Sarita's character, I forget her character's name, but she's our new addition to and just like that. But sometimes she comes off a little bit on the whiny side, and we need that shot of like jokes and innuendos like we had with Samantha. So anyway, I don't know. With that, I leave you. It's kind of but there is a nice Halloween episode where everybody comes all decked out and stuff. So again, if you want influences or inspirations for Halloween, check out that episode. Season 2 is currently streaming on Max. And I love this song. It always reminds me of Halloween. But yes, nonetheless, if you like what you see, give us a like, give us a share. If you'd like to follow me here on YouTube, hit the subscription button and the notification button so you can be alerted of my next review haul and DIY. And also, if you'd like to donate to my channel, please hit the GoFundMe link in the description box down below so we can bring you more content. All right, y'all. I love this. And look how cute these are. Minis. I love Reese's Pieces cups. Come on, they're the best Halloween candy ever. All right, y'all. Until next time. All right, y'all. XOXO, Nerdy Girl.